Hey, Cowboys Nation! Today we are diving deep into one of the most talked about situations surrounding the Dallas Cowboys this season, Trevon Diggs and the potential impact of his return. On the team's defense, there has been a lot of chatter, speculation, and anticipation around when Diggs might be back on the field and how his presence could affect not just the secondary, but the overall defensive strategy moving forward. With his official return window scheduled for the end of November, the team is carefully navigating a complex situation that demands precise timing, smart decision-making, and an understanding of both immediate and long-term implications. Diggs has been working through his recovery and conditioning, and while a return this week is possible, there is no certainty. The Cowboys coaching staff faces a delicate balance between giving him enough time to fully regain form and taking advantage of the boost his talent could provide every snap. Every practice and every decision has ramifications for the secondary, the defensive rotations, and the chemistry that the coaching staff is trying to establish. Fans have been vocal about whether they want to see Diggs return immediately. The question seems simple, but the answer is anything but straightforward. On one hand, Diggs has the ability to instantly elevate the cornerback group, disrupt opposing quarterbacks, and provide leadership on the field. On the other hand, rushing him back too quickly carries the risk of aggravating his injury or compromising his performance. Recovery from a setback like this is more than just physical. It involves regaining rhythm, timing, and confidence in live game scenarios. Over the past weeks, the cornerback rotation has evolved, giving younger players valuable experience and forcing the coaching staff to adapt schemes and matchups. Integrating Diggs back into this evolving system requires careful planning to ensure the transition strengthens the unit rather than creating confusion or disruption. Savoni Revel, the rookie drafted in April, has emerged as a surprising factor in the cornerback rotation. His flashes of playmaking ability have earned him opportunities that might not have been expected for a first-year player, occasionally even placing him ahead of Callan Carson in certain matchups. Don Bland and Reddy Stewart have also contributed, while Trix Bridges has seen very limited action. The question now becomes how the team will restructure the lineup once Diggs returns. Will Bland be shifted more frequently into the nickel role? Will Diggs and Revel form a reliable outside pairing? These are critical considerations because the performance of the corners has a direct ripple effect on the rest of the defense, influencing linebacker assignments, pass rush strategies, and coverage schemes. Looking back at Diggs' history with the Cowboys, his career has been marked by moments of brilliance mixed with periods of inconsistency. When he is performing at his best, quarterbacks avoid targeting his side of the field entirely, a testament to his impact even when interceptions or flashy plays are not happening. But there have been games where his coverage has faltered, exposing weaknesses in the secondary and forcing adjustments from the coaching staff. Some of these issues are tied to scheme, communication with fellow defenders, or execution under pressure, which highlights the challenge of balancing talent with strategic alignment under Matt Rule's leadership. Fans have questioned whether the defensive schemes fully capitalize on Diggs' strengths, and whether adjustments are overdue to better suit the personnel available. While Revel has shown potential, his development has not been without obstacles, penalties, lapses in coverage, and the learning curve of stepping into a more prominent role have created challenges for the young cornerback. Don Bland, despite his experience, has not consistently met expectations, and the secondary as a whole has faced turbulence. Diggs' return, then, represents more than just a player coming off injury. It is a chance to stabilize a group that has experienced disruption and uncertainty. Whether the team can immediately benefit from his skill set, or if additional integration time is necessary, remains a central question. The dynamics between Diggs and the coaching staff add another layer of complexity. While Brian Schottenheimer has publicly praised Diggs and expressed support, subtle indications of tension or communication challenges suggest that integrating him fully is not purely a matter of skill. Professional sports are as much about relationships, trust, and alignment as they are about physical performance. Even minor friction can influence practice, in-game decisions, and overall team cohesion, making this more than a simple case of a player returning to the lineup. Financial considerations also weigh heavily in evaluating Diggs' future. With a remaining contract of 3 years and $57 million, none fully guaranteed, the Cowboys must balance immediate performance with fiscal responsibility. Decisions about releasing, restructuring, or exploring other options carry significant consequences. While trading Diggs seems unlikely given his injury situation and the team's depth chart challenges, managing his contract effectively impacts not only this season, but also roster flexibility in the future, dead money, potential savings, and cap implications intersect with strategy, showing just how interconnected performance and financial planning are in the NFL. Diggs' statistical record underscores the dual nature of his contributions. In 2021, he recorded 11 interceptions, but subsequent seasons have seen inconsistent production. Affected by missed games and injuries, his absence has been felt every time opposing offenses test the secondary, making the question of timing for his return all the more critical. The coaching staff must weigh the urgency of having him back against the potential risk of re-injury or decreased effectiveness. Patience is often frustrating for fans, but in cases like this, it can preserve both the player's health and the integrity of the defensive unit. The depth chart has shifted in his absence, giving younger players experience and forcing adjustments in the rotation. This creates both opportunities and challenges. Players like Revel have been tested in high-pressure situations, which has accelerated development, but also exposed gaps. Integrating Diggs now requires careful planning to ensure that his return enhances rather than disrupts the system. Matchups, snap counts, and rotations must be handled strategically, balancing immediate impact with the long-term growth of the unit beyond the field. Interpersonal dynamics continue to play a significant role. Diggs' interactions with Schottenheimer highlight the importance of communication, feedback, and alignment between players and coaching staff. Even small misalignments can influence team morale. On-field coordination and strategic execution, trust and understanding are essential, especially in high-pressure environments where performance is scrutinized at every level. The human element, often overlooked by statistics and highlight reels, can shape the trajectory of both a player's career and the team's success. On a broader scale, the Cowboys are at a strategic crossroads. Decisions about Diggs ripple through the roster, impacting the development of other players, salary cap management, and long-term planning. Every week that Diggs is absent or partially integrated requires the front office to evaluate potential benefits against risks of injury or inconsistency. The challenge is maintaining balance between immediate performance, player development, and strategic alignment, ensuring the team remains competitive while fostering the growth of younger talent. The contract landscape magnifies the stakes. Remaining cap obligations, incentives, and potential financial flexibility all factor into the calculus. Keeping Diggs offers the potential for high reward if he returns to peak performance, while moving on could free resources to address other team needs. These decisions signal organizational priorities to players and fans alike, emphasizing accountability, preparation, and the importance of performance in a professional environment. The NFL is as much about management and strategy off the field as execution on it, and the choices made regarding a player like Diggs reflect that reality. Turning to the current season, the Cowboys' defensive struggles have been apparent. Inconsistent secondary play, coverage breakdowns, and adjustments required from linebackers have created challenges. Diggs' potential return could mitigate some of these issues, but integration requires precision and strategic thought. It is not simply about talent. It is about creating synergy, maintaining communication, and executing complex coverage schemes that demand trust and discipline. Every adjustment in the secondary influences linebacker responsibilities, pass rush timing, and overall defensive effectiveness. Meanwhile, players like Kenneth Murray illustrate further concerns regarding depth and performance. Murray's contributions have been scrutinized, highlighting gaps in consistency and effectiveness. The interplay between secondary adjustments and linebacker assignments shows how interdependent defensive positions are. Each change reverberates across the unit, emphasizing the importance of thoughtful integration when a player of Diggs' caliber returns. Injuries, player development, and strategic deployment all converge in the ongoing narrative surrounding Diggs. The Cowboys must manage not just his reintegration, but the broader implications for younger players, positional rotations, and the defensive system as a whole. Balancing short-term urgency with long-term growth is a recurring challenge, one that requires careful oversight and thoughtful execution from the coaching staff. The story of Diggs' return is not only about athletic ability, but also about timing, coordination, and strategic alignment across the team. As we move further into the discussion, it is impossible to ignore the broader implications of Trevon Diggs' situation for the Dallas Cowboys. The team is at a critical juncture, where decisions made about one player have ripple effects throughout the roster. Every choice regarding playing time, positioning, and long-term planning carries weight, not just for Diggs, but for the cohesion and performance of the defensive unit as a whole, with younger players having gained valuable experience in his absence. The challenge now is integrating a veteran without undoing the progress that has been made. Balancing development and immediate impact requires a thoughtful approach. Ensuring that all defensive pieces fit together effectively, the Cowboys coaching staff must consider rotations, matchups, and situational play, carefully calculating how to maximize Diggs' contributions while preserving the confidence and growth of his teammates. Diggs' relationship with the coaching staff continues to be an area of focus. While public statements from Brian Schottenheimer have emphasized respect for Diggs' abilities, behind-the-scenes dynamics reveal the nuanced reality of professional football. Effective communication, trust, and understanding are essential for a player's reintegration to succeed. Even small frictions, subtle as they may be, can influence practice intensity, game day decision-making, and overall defensive alignment. The human element in these scenarios is just as critical as statistics or physical readiness. How players interact, respond to coaching, and adapt to changing strategies has a direct impact on performance. And in the high-stakes environment of the NFL, these factors can be decisive. Financial considerations continue to shape the narrative around Diggs. With 3 years remaining on his contract worth $57 million, none of which is fully guaranteed, the Cowboys have options. Whether to restructure, release, or explore other avenues must be weighed carefully, as each decision carries implications for salary cap management, roster flexibility, and long-term strategic planning. Dead money, incentives, and potential savings intersect with immediate performance needs, showing how tightly intertwined financial strategy and on-field execution truly are. Every move sends a message to the locker room about accountability, value, and expectations, reinforcing the importance of maintaining a balance between performance and fiscal responsibility. Diggs' performance metrics illustrate both the highs he can reach and the challenges he faces. After a standout season with 11 interceptions in 2021, subsequent campaigns have been inconsistent due to injuries, missed games, and adjustments in defensive schemes. The absence of a playmaker like Diggs has been felt in each contest where opposing offenses have tested the secondary, underscoring the importance of timing and readiness for his return. The coaching staff is faced with the complex task of determining the precise moment when his presence will have maximum impact without risking further setbacks. The balance between urgency and caution is delicate, and one misstep could influence not only game outcomes but also the long-term stability of the defense. Before we roll on, subscribe to Cowboys Wire News. Drop a like and turn on the bell. Your support keeps the Dallas Cowboys updates coming. Tell us what you think in the comments. Shockwaves are rippling through the NFL as whispers turn into what could be one of the biggest off-season moves in recent memory. Sources close to the league are buzzing with the possibility that the Dallas Cowboys have pulled off an audacious double signing, landing not one, but two marquee players, whose names alone ignite headlines. While the organization has remained characteristically tight-lipped, ESPN is reportedly confirming the blockbuster news, sending fans and analysts alike into a frenzy. The mere idea of the top-tier talents joining the Cowboys has sparked feverish debate across sports networks and social media. Who could these players be? Rumors hint at a mix of seasoned veterans and game-changing stars, the kind that can immediately shift the balance of power in a division already teeming with talent. Insiders suggest that the franchise, long known for its aggressive pursuit of elite athletes, is signaling a clear intent, a return to dominance that could redefine the team's trajectory. For years to come, fans are already imagining the possibilities. Could the offensive lineup finally reach a level that strikes fear into every defensive coordinator? Or might the defense receive the kind of reinforcement that turns close games into near certainties? The speculation alone has fueled a surge of excitement in fan forums, with mock rosters, fantasy projections, and heated debates dominating every corner of the internet. Betting markets, not surprisingly, are responding to the news, adjusting odds as whispers of these signings continue to circulate. Critics, however, urge caution. While the allure of blockbuster acquisitions is undeniable, chemistry, injuries, and the unpredictable nature of the NFL mean that even the most high-profile signings come with risk. Yet, for the Cowboys faithful, the very idea of the stars donning the iconic blue and silver is enough to provoke daydreams of playoff glory and championship contention. The league's landscape might be on the verge of a dramatic shift, and if the rumors hold true, Dallas could emerge as a team no one dares to overlook. For now, the world waits. Analysts dissect every tweet, every press release, every subtle hint from the organization. One thing is certain, if this double signing is real, the Cowboys just turned the offseason into the hottest conversation in football, and the rumors show no sign of slowing down. That's a wrap from Cowboys Wire News. For breaking Cowboys updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Tell us your take in the comments.